Thanks for visiting the Temporal Displacement Orchestra YouTube. This is our first educational video, intended to help musicians and music educators to reconsider the virtual ensemble as a vehicle for creativity. When I say virtual ensemble, the first thing that comes to mind might be Eric Whitaker's virtual choirs. Whitaker describes them as, quote, a user-generated choir that brings together singers from around the world. Singers record and upload their videos, then each one of the videos is synchronized and combined into one single performance, end quote. That kind of leaves out how labor-intensive that synchronization and editing process can be. It also leaves out that not a single member of the virtual choir could hear the other voices, quote, around them. For about 10 years, the virtual ensemble concept didn't change much, perhaps because it's limited by technology and, to some extent, the speed of light. Then COVID-19 happened, and ensemble playing became next to impossible, resulting in an explosion of virtual choirs, bands, and orchestras on YouTube and other video sites. So, where can we take the virtual ensemble from here? I started to notice something about all these videos. Almost all used pieces of music intended for a shared stage in real life. And if virtual reality is going to continue to be an ever bigger part of our world, then maybe there are other ways to approach the virtual ensemble that might yield richer rewards both musically and pedagogically. I started reaching out to musicians from near and far, pro, semi-pro, students, and I found a group of people interested in trying out a new kind of virtual ensemble. One that doesn't only try to replicate the repertoire in the form of a video, but one that involves processes that can survive the leap from real life to the virtual. Frank Ticheli's new work in C-Dorian was the catalyst. This grade 3 piece provides a great opportunity to engage musicians, even in the virtual realm, by allowing each to choose their own adventure. Like its 1964 predecessor In C by Terry Riley, In C-Dorian can be performed by any instrumentation, regardless of size, and it's only a single part, transposed for all instruments and voice, just a few dozen phrases, each with an indeterminate number of repetitions. Players and singers can effectively co-write their own part by deciding how and when to proceed to another phrase of music. This allows for literally trillions of possible performances with no two alike. To create a virtual premiere of this new work, I recorded a click track with conductor voice cues so that we all started, stayed, and ended together, and then I created a submission calendar for the 21 musicians to layer on their respective parts, starting with the tuba and roughly moving upward in range from there. Every day we created a new mix to reflect the growing tapestry of sound, sending the updated backing track to the next musician to record. That way, everyone could hear and react to their recording predecessors, and a brand new thing emerged. So, instead of trying to simulate a live experience, we can look for methods better suited to the virtual. Instead of making a product with the YouTube viewer in mind, we can center the experience on our musicians. Instead of performing pre-existing repertoire, we can look for ways to co-create something new. Here are a few examples that may stimulate your imagination. Choose a piece that involves musician choice, such as In C-Dorian by Frank Ticheli. For any piece that's already in your library, you could try layering up one musician at a time and create a new mix each time one is added. That can also be a way to write or improvise something entirely new. Experiment with improvisation, either using jazz vocabulary or something simpler, like using guidelines or parameters where you can limit by scales, meters, rhythms, dynamics, anything. Also, you could think of this as an opportunity to discover your students' hidden talents. You can always get cross-curricular with this as well. When the finished product is a video, anyone and everyone can join in, including your visual arts department for sure, your theater department, history, poetry, design, technology. Get creative, get collaborative, and have fun. I hope this has helped you to think outside the box a little bit when it comes to virtual ensembles. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe below to stay up to date on the latest from the Temporal Displacement Orchestra.